Hi, and welcome back to the Lock Around the Clock. It's week 8, and we are ready to rock and roll. Last week we were in 2-1, and we're looking to go 3-0 this Sunday. Starting with the 1 o'clock lock. 1 o'clock lock. We have Oakland in Tampa Bay. Yes, I'm going with the homer pick because Oakland is in a very good position right now. They are not the West Coast team coming over to the East Coast. They've been here for 2 weeks now. Just had a great game last week where the defense finally showed up and started playing well against Jacksonville. Also, the offense has been humming. I love this offense against the Tampa Bay defense. And Tampa Bay, yes, they look pretty good at times, but they're still a pretty bad team at this point. Mike Evans is definitely going to have opportunities during this game. But as far as Jaquiz Rodgers, the Raiders look like they started to shut down Yeldon last week, and the running game of the Jacksonville Jaguars should be able to do the same here in Tampa. Force Winston to throw, which will also force Winston into throwing picks. Look for the defense of the Raiders. Look for the rushing game, and most importantly, that air attack with Crabtree, Cooper, and Carr. Look for them to carve up the Tampa Bay Bucks. They're a pick 'em in this game. Take the Raiders. That's the 1 o'clock lock. On to the 4 o'clock lock. We're looking at Green Bay at Atlanta. Now, both of these teams have obviously a good offense, not so much on the defensive end. Green Bay is a little bit banged up. Atlanta's at home. They're in the dome. Matty Ice is looking great. Julio Jones should have a phenomenal game. Mohamed Sanu should be able to get involved. Freeman is going to be the lone back in this game, as I believe Coleman is injured and probably not playing. Look for Atlanta to put up some points on this anemic Green Bay defense through the air. And Green Bay, they're no slouch. They're going to have Miles Davis in the background, in the backfield rather, running the ball, mixed in to the rushing attack. And Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Look for them to be able to get on track a little bit against this Atlanta team that doesn't really stop the pass that well. Look for them to be putting up points on both sides of the ball, and that's why I like the total in this game. The total in this game is 53, which is kind of high, but not for these two teams. Look for the total to go up. Look for this to be a 35-34 shootout kind of game. Go for the over. That's the 4 o'clock lock. On to the 8 o'clock lock. We're going Halloween because it's Halloween weekend. Minnesota's at Chicago. Minnesota coming off a loss on the road to Philadelphia. They come back to play a familiar foe in the division. A team in the Bears that really doesn't have, well, let's put it this way. Philadelphia has a pretty solid defense, kind of underrated. And to be honest with you, the Bears really don't have much of a defense, whether it's underrated or not. It's pretty bad. Offensively, they're pretty offensive and not in a good way. Minnesota is going to buckle down. They're going to come into this game. They are going to be on track. They're a 5-1 team still, okay? And they're simply one of the best teams on defense. Chicago just hasn't proven anything on offense. The backfield is a mess. Their wide receivers are injured, banged up. The quarterback situation has been basically a carousel. Take the Minnesota Vikings in this game on Halloween Eve. Look for them to lay the 5.5. And at the end of this week, when we come out to that Monday night Halloween massacre, this is what your bookie is going to be saying. Until next week when we go 3-0. Take it to the book, take it to the bank, and as always, you take it ace.